Hey, what's going on guys? I am Ajay from eeehub, and in this video tutorial you are going to learn what is variable, what is type function, then we will learn what is id function. In the previous video you have learned what is syntax and what are the reserved words. So let's start the session. So what is variable? A variable is a space in memory. So you must have some memory in your computer like 1 terabyte or 500 megabyte and so on. So a variable is a space in memory. So if you have a 1 terabyte or 500 GB, inside that memory we have lots of space. Okay, so variable is called a space in memory, and this space must have some name. Okay, and also it must contain some data, and this space must have some data type. In Python the variables are loosely typed. What I mean, if we name the variable as a box1 and it contain a string data type, for example apples, then this box will become a string type. And for example we have second example here like box2. This box contain integer data type, so this box become int data type. So Python variables are loosely typed, means we don't need to specify the variable data type. Whatever value we will be inserting inside this variable, that variable become that data type. Okay, so this is one of the analogy here to understand the variable. So we have one box here, and this box is similar to the space that we have in the memory. Okay, and this box will contain something. For example this box contains some star, so we can name this box as a star box. So whatever the box contain, we name it as like that. Okay, and also if this box will contain some cookies, then we will call this box as a cookies box. Similarly here we have mentioned a variable name for some space inside the memory, that is box1, and equal to is an assign operator. We will be discussing about the operators in the upcoming session, but for as of now you have to remember that equal to is an assign operator. And this is the apple. So in the backend what is happening, like a variable box1 will be created in the memory, and in this box we are inserting apples. Okay, and this box will become the data type which will be inserting inside this box. In our case it will become the string data type. Okay, so we will be seeing this in action in command prompt in a while. Okay, but before that we should know what is type function and what is id function. So let's move to the next slide. So type function is a function which will help you to identify the data type of the variable. In the type function you have to put a variable name as an argument. Inside this parenthesis you have to put variable name. Okay, and in id function will help you to find the address of the variable. We will be seeing this in action in command prompt. Okay, so let's see how we can define or we can declare a variable, and how we can know the type of that variable. After that we will find the address of that variable. So let's see. So here I have opened a command prompt, and now I will run the interactive way of Python. If you don't know how to run the interactive way, of Python command prompt. So I have made one video on that. So I will put that link in this description. So have a look. Okay. So I will write down the Python to run the interactive way. After that, I will hit enter. So I have installed the Python version 3.8.6, so it is there. So now I will create a variable. For creating a variable, you should have the variable name. In our example, we will write box1, and this is a variable name. After that, we will use assign operator. Equal to is an assign operator. Then we will insert a data. So whatever data that you will write inside the double quotation, that will be a string data type. Okay, so I will write apples. Okay, so once you will hit enter, inside the memory, what will happen, a box1 variable will be created, and inside the box variable 1 apple will be stored. Let's see what is inside this box1. We will use print function, and we will write inside the print function, we will write a variable name. So see, inside this box1 we have apples. Okay, now I will use the type function to determine the data type of the variable. So I will write type, and as an argument inside the parenthesis we will write a variable name, that is box1. See, we are getting a class string. str stands for string. Okay, and now you want to know that what is the address of this variable in the memory. So for that we have a id function. In the id function, as an argument, we have to write a variable name, that is box1. So you are getting an address of this variable, that is box1. Okay, that is 14485,472. Now again I will create some other variable here like box2, and inside the box2 I will write a value. I will insert a value 23. Okay, so now I will use a print function to see what is inside this variable box2. So 23 is there. Now I will try to know the data type of the variable that we had created, that is box2. So we will write a type function. As an argument, I will write a variable name, that is box2. I will get a class as an integer. So 23 is an integer data type. Now this box2 is also become integer data type, and in the previous case box1 contain a string data type, so box1 becomes a string data type. That's why the Python is loosely data type. Whatever data it will contain, same data type it become. Okay, now I want to know the address of this box2 variable. For that I will use id function, and as an argument of id function I will put the variable name, that is box2. I will know that this box2 has an address of 17993344160 on memory. So I hope now you have a clear understanding of what is a variable in Python, how the variable in Python are loosely typed, and what is type function and id function. So if you have any question regarding this session, you can ask in comment section. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.